the different competition, whether it be the Cup or certainly Europe. They were a great distraction. Like I says, the league will look after itself over the course of the season. I mean, as a player, who wouldn't want to be involved in playing top matches? Borussia Dortmund, we've had some great challenges and games against Borussia Dortmund over the years. Always been tight, always been close. It's a great stadium to go and play in. So look, you want the players and the club to have those big nights, and then you dust yourself down, Rob, and you come back and you play that league game, and your focus shifts to that league game. But you talk about squad depth, Leanne. Rangers have got such huge depth in the midfield. I think there's 10 midfield players. When you go through I could name them all, but
even with Juninho, Bacuna gone.
Even with Bacuna gone, obviously, because Ramsey comes in, but there's 9-10 midfielders in there, light in the wider areas defensively, and obviously up top when Morelos isn't starting for you, you go, okay, so where are the goals going to come from? So it is a test, and every game, brings its own challenge. But like I says, you need to be at it. It's a good test for him, a really good test for him. And I would have liked to have seen him strengthen in other areas in the window, if I'll be honest. In the last 2 or 3 windows, what have Rangers really spent? They've not gone and spent a transfer on a player, have they?
No, I think that is the only probably debate just now, is that when you look at the levels that Celtic are going through the gears, to me they look like just now they've got the strongest squad. And I mean that just because across the board you've got players that are scoring goals from all different positions. Everybody's chipping in. When a player drops out, another player comes in, and sorry, I do believe that they've probably had those moments that can define a season, like the late winner against Dundee United, the Liam Boyce penalty against Hearts, Rob, as you mentioned, and then the goal last night that we can debate. I think Rangers have probably had bits of that as well. I think there'll be twists and turns along the way, but I feel just now if you took Morelos out of that Rangers team, again, where does it leave them?
Is there an adequate replacement for Morelos in the squad?
I don't think there is right now that gives you that same performance and those goals and those key moments. I think the way that Rangers plays is the way that Morelos plays, and he has a real influence on that team. And then I think you've got other players that, there's positions that's probably up for question now in terms of that left full-back position. Barisic has dropped out, Bassey's come in, probably done really well. You've only really got Tavernier now in that right-hand side. Yeah. So if there was a couple of injuries or moments with these other games, does it then put Rangers in a predicament? But what I would say, as a player, all you want to do is play games. Nothing prepares you more for a game than a game, 3 or 4 days before. You want to just rest, recover and go again. And, Craig's experienced it, I've experienced it, European football. It's the absolute top draw stage that you want to be playing on.